Hey guys, it's me. So today the video I'm filming for you guys is steps on how to achieve that Pinterest bedroom. So pretty much just that bedroom that you guys see like all over Tumblr, Pinterest, with like the white sheets, the natural light, everything is flowy and gold and all that stuff. That like achieving that like aesthetic. So for me, the first step of this process, I guess, is to declutter. I think in general, when you're going through a room makeover, like you want to declutter. Since we moved out here, like I thought I decluttered at my old house, and then when we came here, I had like 4 more donation bags to give aside from like the 6 I had already done in my house. So I really recommend it. Like, look at it over time. You don't have to like force yourself and overwhelm yourself, especially like just sitting in one day trying to do it, especially if you have a lot of stuff like I used to. So just try to kind of ease into it, but you know, you can always donate your clothes, anything you have, any decor items to like Goodwill or something. So that would be the first step, is to make sure that everything in your room is stuff you actually use, because that makes the art of decorating easier, because it's really easy to get overwhelmed if you have too much stuff in your room. My second tip is looking for inexpensive items. So I feel like this one's pretty obvious, but for this specific topic, that like Pinterest girl bedroom, I think a lot of us tend to look at companies like Urban and all these other places that have like really cute aesthetic, like Instagram girl bedroom stuff. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, Urban is like so expensive, at least for bed stuff. Like I don't even go shopping there in general just because it's expensive, but bedroom stuff, like their bed sets and converters and all that, are so freaking pricey. It's just like, it's not that worth it to sleep in that. So I don't like shopping there, and honestly I was very, very intimidated when I first started this process, just because I was like, I'm not spending that much money on a bed converter. So like I wanted to find brands and stuff that, you know, have kind of what I'm looking for, but at a way, way more affordable price. The sheets that you guys are gonna see in this clip are pretty much just white sheets, and they're striped, but the stripes are like super soft, feathery gray, and they're very subdued. Like you can barely see it. It looks like someone like lined it and then like erased it off or something. Like they're so light. So those are the sheets I picked. They're actually from Target, and they're like a microfiber set. You get like the fitted sheet, the flat sheet, and the 2 pillowcases for like $19. So that's like a really good deal, and they're super soft. Like I love Target for that. They just have a lot of like simple basics. My comforter I actually just found last week. Like it literally took me so long. I went to Marshall's, Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, so many different places. Like I was getting frustrated at this point, and on Amazon I saw this brand, which I'll put right here, and I got this comforter for $65, I think $64.99, something like that. But it's so cute. Like it's, I don't know, for me it's like perfect, because I wanted an all-white comforter, but I don't think I could ever do that, just because I'd be way too scared to like spill stuff on it. I mean, I can barely wear white t-shirts and I always get a stain on them, so I wasn't really confident on getting a white comforter and just keeping it like tip-top shape. I love the pattern of it. I was a little bit nervous getting it just because it's floral, and so I didn't want it to be like harsh lines and all that kind of stuff, but it's super light, just how I kind of saw it online, so it's very true to the picture. So yeah, that would be my second step, is like making sure to stick to inexpensive brands. So my third step in this process was sticking to simple items. So what this means, again, it kind of ties into the white and the natural light part of like the room. Making sure that you don't get too much, because once again, like that's the whole point of the decluttering. Like the more you get, the more like you're gonna have around your room and the more crowded it's gonna look. And if you are trying to follow that like Pinterest girl trend or whatever, you have to make sure that your room is like pretty much spotless, like besides the things you are actually using or you decorate your room with. Yeah, I would just recommend kind of sticking to simple stuff, like get a good bed comforter set, invest in some good sheets, maybe some good lighting, but don't, you know, go into getting like huge rugs that are heavily patterned and all this kind of like pizzazz, accessories, jewels, whatever you want to call it, because I think that's when the complicated cycle kind of starts, and then you start to get like really overwhelmed and you're already past that like really simple natural bedroom. My fourth and final tip for achieving that Pinterest girl bedroom is introducing your personality inside the decor. So I don't know about you guys, but once again for me, I used to have like a lot of photos and all that stuff, which I think I still want to put like maybe my Polaroids just because they would match like the aesthetic of my bedroom. I haven't done that yet just because we just freshly painted everything, so I don't want to touch the walls. But putting stuff that kind of resembles what you like, I guess, and introducing that in the bedroom so it doesn't look like a hospital bed, because it can look like that when you have just a white comforter. Like, it looks really, really simple. It's fresh, but there's really no personality to the room. So as you guys can see in the video, I have this like black and gold plate. So on that plate, I kind of have like these gold accessories and stuff that I think are super cute, just ones that I own and I wear on a daily basis as well. And then I also have like this little Versace like perfume bottle just because it matched that like area. So doing stuff like that, like for me, I really like gold jewelry and I really like vintage things. So that's like a vintage plate from India. So I wanted to kind of put that in my room to highlight the yellow, the natural light part of it. So I decided to put that with a couple of like jewelry pieces on it, that perfume bottle because I thought it added a nice touch, and that's that corner of my room. Like, I think it looks really nice. I think the real key in achieving that perfect bedroom is adding small pieces of your personality like that. Like, for example, if you add like one of those tapestries, like it's huge, so it takes up a lot of your room, obviously, but I think that like kind of overbears for the personality, if that makes any sense. Like, when you add a small plate like that, it's just a little like touch of your personality, so I feel like it, like, you can still feel like it's your room while it still looks like super aesthetic, if that makes any sense. Also, right next to that plate, I have like a candle and this little like gold and black like tin box that I got from when I went to London. Europe is like one of my favorite and like most wanted destinations to visit, so I have that there. It matches again the gold and the black. And on the bottom shelf of that cabinet, I have all my books lined up there. And so these are books that either one, I've read and they're like my all-time favorite books, or I want to read. So I'm really into like Greek mythology, Shakespeare, that kind of stuff. So you can see all of that in that book section. And then on the side, there was a little extra space. So I actually put a little vintage, is that even vintage? It's just like a tape. So I don't know if that's considered vintage yet, but my parents had it to spare, and so they were getting rid of it, and I was like, hey, let me keep one. I'm sure you can keep more and obviously do like some design or something, but again, just sticking to like the simple stuff. I just kept one, and that actually fit in that area like so well. So I just put that in there. And then as you guys can kind of see on my bed as well, I have like those string lights. I actually got those from Target, I think, my freshman year of college for my dorm. It's white, it matches that aesthetic, and I think the little like the paper lantern part of it where it's like kind of like see-through, that's probably my favorite part. It just looks, again, natural, handmade, that kind of a thing. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. I just kind of wanted to share with you guys how I went about what I need to pick and decorate my room with to achieve that like really pretty bedroom. And I'm sure for a lot of you guys it's probably like way too simple right now, and it's just something that, I don't know, like it's not everyone's cup of tea. So obviously decorate your room like however you want, but I think kind of just following those steps that I told you guys of are just gonna be helping you get less overwhelmed if you do get overwhelmed like I do when decorating a room. I also highly believe in the quote that, you know, clean environment means a clean mind. It's definitely completely true. That's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.